You've got to add this push-up variation to your workout rotation. Here's why. Standard push-ups and bench press build strength in one direction, but when you're reaching, shifting, bracing in your activities, your body needs more. The Spiderman Push-Up builds the kind of control and stability that actually shows up in real life, not just on a bench. And that's why it's in both our elements and integral strength programs, and why this might be the most valuable push-up you're not doing. Now stick around, I'm going to teach you the Spiderman Push-Up, show you some adjustments as well as some variations and how to program it. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's take a look at the Spiderman Push-Up. Now we're going to start this off in the A-frame position where we have our hands and our feet shoulder width apart with our hips pushed up into the air. I'm going to take one step forward with my left hand, one step forward with my right foot. I'm going to turn so that my heels are touching the ground, load my shoulders over my hands, and keeping my elbows pulled in, I lower myself to the ground, looking to the side. I push straight back up and bring my butt up into the air. Now we can go on the opposite side by pulling the hand back, the foot back. Opposite hand forward, opposite foot forward, turning the heels, shoulders over the hands. Elbows stay in, lowering myself to the ground, pushing straight back up, pushing my butt up into the air. Now, obviously, we can continue to move forward with this position, but when you're first learning it, one good way to do it is always reset back in that A-frame position rather than just going forward. What this does is it helps to keep your body in alignment and make sure that your feet aren't too close forward when you're taking that step. So I see sometimes what happens that people get here and they bring their foot way far forward and it's kind of jammed up when they're trying to do it. So by starting in that A-frame position here, just bringing your foot forward slightly, really focusing on the position of keeping the shoulder over the hand as much as possible and your elbows screwed into your side rather than flaring your elbows. It's not only going to make it easier for you to learn the movement, it's also going to be safer. And the reason I say that is because if you're flaring your elbows, it's going to bring a lot of stress to the shoulders, shrugging your shoulders up to your ears, and we don't want that. So looking at this from the front here, notice that when I go down, I'm actually trying to touch my elbows to my sides when I'm doing this, pushing straight back up. And then I can bring the hand back, foot back, switch sides, turning, elbows in, touching the sides as I lower myself to the floor, pushing straight back up and lifting the hips up into the air. The Spiderman Push-Up isn't just harder, it's actually smarter. You're shifting your weight, driving one knee forward, stabilizing through your core, and staying strong through the whole push. Chest, shoulders, abs, hips, everything's working together. And that's what makes it really valuable. You're not just building strength, you're building connected strength. The kind that shows up when you crawl, sprint, climb, or carry weight across an awkward distance. Now, if a standard push-up is a plank that moves, this is a plank that flows. And it teaches your body to move with intention, under control, under tension. Now, not everyone is going to be able to hit this clean right away, and that's perfectly fine. So let's take a look at a few adjustments to help you build strength without compromising or wrecking your form. Now, here are a few ways to make adjustments and find a variation that's good for you. You can let your hips drop to the floor at the bottom. Now, this is a good starting point, similar to knees on the floor for a regular push-up. Now, you can also only lower halfway down. Now, this can be for when your hips are on the floor and for the full movement as well. It works great for both of those. Or you can even lower all the way down and then rest your hips at the bottom before pushing back up. Now, by the way, these aren't cheats. These are ways to meet the movement where you are right now so that you can actually train the pattern, not just grind through it. And the goal isn't to mimic a perfect version. It's more to build strength that you can actually use. You refine it over time, work towards full range, but only when it's clean and controlled. Now, once you've got that base version down, you can start layering in challenge in order to further sophisticate the movement. One thing you can do is pause at the bottom to build control under tension. You can also slow your descent to sharpen your awareness. You drive your knee all the way up to your elbow to increase the rotation and load, or you can even place your knee on your elbow and let your foot hover. Now, That one's tough, but it builds serious control. Now, don't just think of these as harder versions. Each one gives you a different look at how your body stabilizes and moves under pressure. So I suggest picking one that challenges your control, not your ego. Now, this isn't just a warm-up drill. It's a real push-up, so let's treat it that way. Okay, so first off, you can use it as your main push-up variation in your workout. Do 2 to 4 sets for 3 to 5 solid reps each side. Now you can also run it for time, and I really like this, where you set a clock for 1 minute and work at a variation that challenges you without wrecking your form. And you can also use it as a finisher to bring your core and shoulders together at the end of a session. Whatever slot you do put it in, keep the intent the same. Control, coordination, clean reps that build real strength, not just sweat. If you want push-ups that actually make you stronger where it counts, the Spiderman Push-Up is the variation to build. Now check out this next video where I show you how we program a full session of integral strength.